Well, hi guys, Ryan in Iowa, Martin in UK, and today we have Prakash Panjwani, our CEO of WatchGuard in Seattle. Hey guys, thanks for joining. Hey, today we wanted to take on kind of one question, depending on what you're reading in the news, what source of information you get about our situation around the coronavirus, one thing's certain, eventually people will start to go back to work, back into public places and offices. And I want to ask you guys, what's the bit of advice we would get to businesses that they would need to anticipate as this starts to happen? Martin, do you want to kick us off?
Okay, so right now, obviously, I'm stuck at home, and what I'm saying to people is with their VPNs that they're allowing their users to connect back at home, make sure they're doing forced tunneling, so they're actually making sure that the home users are actually forcing all the tunnels back through the corporate network to having the best security that they would have, because remember, the home routers or routers, as you call them, it's actually going to not give them that protection. So make sure you're doing that. That's my one key tip, I'd say right now.
Good stuff. And how about you, Ryan?
Yeah, I think one piece of advice and something that the IT and executives can start working on right away is to incorporate some training for your remote users and home workers, because it is an environment that's quite a bit different working in, as we all know now, than if they're in the office. So there's some tips and tricks you can throw into a training video for them to help keep them safe. Like what Martin said, make sure you're on the VPN or on the right wireless network when you're at home or at the coffee shop.
Great advice. And my own would be also, just like incident response teams come up with playbooks, I think every business, regardless of vertical, should have a playbook around how does product management or sales or marketing or office administration, how do they work from home and what technologies are required? So have that playbook ready, right? Over prepare is kind of my message as well. And how about you, Prakash? What should businesses anticipate here?
I think the whole, the so-called reintegration, after this crisis is hopefully over soon for all of our sanity, is that there's certain things that'll be permanent, right? I think you'll see a very hybrid environment. This notion of working remotely will become a thing, right? So I believe the home office becomes an extension of the work office, and not just for us and not for the enterprise only, but also for your extended partners and customers as well. And to me, in that environment, two things really come to mind for me. The manager's behavior, how it has to change, and then the other side is the IT manager's behavior also has to change. And I feel like the managers will have to get used to this notion that some of your employees are always working from home, and they'll care about productivity. They want to make sure, hey, there's this assumption that when you're in office, you're giving me your 8 to 10 hours a day. When you're working from home, you may not be. So are you Facebooking? Are you on social media? Like, what are you doing, right? You got to track those things, and they want to feel better about it. The IT managers, they scramble quickly here to accommodate remote operation. But I think when it becomes a more permanent thing, they will want to see the home office as extension of the work office. To me, that implies similar networking requirements as you have at home versus kind of what you expect at work. Martin talked about VPNing, I think a great example of that. In the same policies, you want to take the same approach security-wise so that, the same things you're blocking at work, you're able to block from the home office as well. So I think a lot of the capabilities there that I know we enable, but will come in really handy for our customers, but also for all enterprises in general. And I think the infrastructure investment will change too, right? Because, it's one thing to think about, hey, just do this for now, but if it's somebody's working more and more from home, I think the business will make that investment for home office. Buy the little T15 from WatchGuard or T35 and make it, connected for your remote employees as well, because they're spending enough time and they're saving you money potentially in facilities cost or somewhere else, but you're making the investment instead on the home office side. So I think some of those changes will become semi-permanent, and you'll see both of the manager and the IT manager's behavior change as a result.
Excellent. I fully agree. I think you guys have some great points. And everyone out there watching this, please stay safe, stay healthy. This will end eventually. And you can look for actually a more detailed webinar from WatchGuard at watchguard.com. You'll see some tips and tricks on the remote workforce use case, how to keep yourself secure, addressing a lot of the things that Ryan, Martin, Prakash, and myself just spoke about. So take care, everyone. Until next time.
Okay.
I guess.